Hello students. Today again we will go through the video lectures for the next method of DA conversion, that is R to R ladder method. As the weighted register method has some limitation, according to the name weighted register, we can see that for each bit position, according to the weight of that bit position, the resistance are given. So for 4 bit we require 4 different resistance, but if we use 64 bit, or if we want to convert a digital data of 64 bit or 128 bit into its equivalent analog value, then we require that much different resistance. So this huge range of resistance, manufacturing of this huge range of resistance and maintaining the relationship of the value, that is the multiple relationship, like it needs to be like R by 2, R by 4, R by 8 and so on. So maintaining this relationship, manufacturing of this huge range of resistance, it is quite impossible and infeasible also. So we require some other solution, and that comes with the form of R to R ladder. So why it is R to R ladder? Because here only 2 resistance has been used, R and 2R, and it is arranged like a ladder. So just like this, step by step. Here 2R and 2R in parallel, then again it is in series with R, then again parallel with 2R, then again series with R and so on. This type of arrangement is called R to R ladder. And now we have to study that why this kind of arrangement has been done, why this is required. Because how much resistance we require if B0 is 1, or if B1 is 1, or if B2 is 1, or if B3 is 1. So I just want to recapitulate one thing, that again there is 4 bit representation from B3 to B0, where B3 is MSB and B0 is LSB. So again this 4 bit is connected as a switch here in this circuit. So the switch has like 2 options. One is the on state, that is B0 is 1, and another one is off state, that is B0 is grounded. So when this connection is closed with VR, so VR will the voltage VR will be passed through this resistance. So now we have to calculate how much resistance this current need to face before going through this G and to the output. And that will must depend on the switches, that which switches are closed and which switches are open, like on and off state. So first we will see with B0 that if B0 equals to 1, then what happen, right? And other bits obviously 0. So what will happen? So the circuit will be like this. So here this 2R and 2R are in parallel, and VR is coming from this way with the switch B0, and other switches are grounded. So VR is in this position and the value of the power supply is VR, and all other switches are grounded. Now, all these points, all these different points like this are named differently with A0, A1, A2, A3. And we will see that what will be the total resistance of this overall circuit, from which the current will pass through G and then from the feedback path to V0, like to the output terminal. So here we use the Thevenin theorem to calculate the equivalent voltage and resistance in these various points, and we'll gradually go up to the point G. So first, the point A0. So we are considering only this part of the circuit. So if we look into this, we will considering this part of circuit. So here this point are extended, the A0, and we are considering the other part of the circuit is open. We are considering only this part. So here there is a power supply VR and 2R and 2R are parallel. 2R and 2R resistance are in parallel. So what will be the equivalent resistance and equivalent voltage of this circuit? So definitely the resistance will be, if we connect this, if we close this path, if we just omit this VR, we close this path, so 2R in parallel. So we know from the parallel connection that if 2R and 2R in parallel, so RTH, that is Thevenin resistance, equivalent resistance, will be 2R by 1 plus 1, because we know 1 by RTH equals to 1 by 2R plus 1 by 2R from the parallel rule. If two resistors are in parallel, then the equivalent resistance will be this RTH. So how can we calculate RTH? By this. So this, from this it will come. So this is the equivalent resistance is R only. For 2R and 2R in parallel, the equivalent resistance will be R. And what will be the equivalent voltage? The equivalent voltage will be the voltage drop in this 2 point for A0. So between this 2 point. So if we just put a load resistance here, then the voltage drop in this point will be the voltage of this, equivalent voltage of this part of the circuit. This circuit. So only this circuit. So the RTH is R, and VTH, what will be the VTH? VTH will be the current flowing through this into the resistance 2R, because we are calculating the voltage drop in this point. So only this 2R will be considered. So what will be the current? So only we are using this part of the circuit and other part are open. So current will flow through this way because no other ways are there. So it will face first 2R, resistance 2R, and then again resistance 2R here. So here I will be flowing for this case. Alright. So for the current, the resistance will be 2R plus 2R. There is no other path is there. So it is like series. So the I will be the power supply VR by the resistance 2R plus 2R, that is 4R, and the VTH, the equivalent voltage for A0, the point at the point A0 will be I into 2R because on we are just following only this resistance because we are calculating the drop here in this between this 2 point. So only the resistance considered will be this 2R. So 2R VR by 4R into 2R. So what will happen? The VTH will be VR by 2, right? VR by 2. And the equivalent resistance is R. So now let us see for the next point A1. So we have done with this part. So the equivalent voltage and resistance of this part is VR by 2 and R respectively, as we calculated here right now. So the resistance will be R and the voltage will be VR by 2. So for the point A1, so the RTH of the previous part, that is for A0, is R, the Thevenin resistance RTH. So this is R. This is in series with the remaining part of the circuit, and the voltage is VR by 2, as we have just calculated. That is the VTH, the equivalent voltage, Thevenin voltage. Now we will look for A1. So this R and this R is in series, so the total resistance will be 2R. So 2R is again parallel with 2R. So 2R is parallel with 2R. So what will be the RTH, the equivalent resistance for A1? Again the same thing, 1 by R2H equals to 1 by 2R plus 1 by 2R. So RTH will be R. Just as the calculation here for RTH, the same one, right? So now this is R. Now we have to calculate the VTH for point A1, right? So now the voltage is VR by 2 and the current is flowing with this part because no other paths are there, because remaining part we will just assuming that is open. So only this path. So how much resistance it will face? 2R plus 2R, that is 4R. So I will be VR by 2 by 4R. VR by 2 by 4R. So in total it will be VR by 8R. The current that is flowing in this path, following this path. So that is I. So now VTH will be, the Thevenin voltage will be I into 2R. That is the voltage drop between these 2 points. So only for this 2R resistance. So I into 2R. So VTH will be VR by 8R into 2R. So finally VR by 8. So VTH for the point A1 is VR by 4. So we can look here that as we are going closer to G, the voltage VR is actually divided by 2, 4 and so on, right? Now for point A2, the same thing will happen. So for point A1, the equivalent resistance is R and the voltage VTH is VR by 4. So now the circuit will looks like this, right? So again it is 2R and 2R. Equivalent resistance will be again R. So RTH, because again 2R parallel with 2R. And the VTH for the point A2 will be VR by 4 by 2R plus 2R again. So it will be into 2R, that is the current I is this. VR by 4, that is the voltage VR by 4 with this 2 resistance, because current is flowing this through this path, right? So this one VR by 16R, and we are calculating the voltage drop through this point, through these 2 points. So only the 2R, this resistance is considered. So 2R, so VR by 8. Now the VTH will be VR by 8. Now only one point is remaining in this circuit, that is A3. Only one part, one sub part we can call. So here VR by 8. Again the equivalent resistance is R, the RTH. So it will go in series with this R. So again it is 2R, and this 2R and 2R in parallel. So the equivalent resistance will be again R, and the current, now the current will be VR by 8 by 2R plus 2R, that is VR by 32 into what? 2R, VR by 32R. So into 2R for this 2 point, for this 2 point, right? So it will be VR by 16. So the equivalent voltage of this total circuit, total part, this total part is VR by 16 basically. VR by 16. As B0 is 1, B0, the least significant bit is 1. So the power supply VR, the reference voltage will face the maximum resistance here. So VR by 16, and the resistance will be, the equivalent resistance will be R. So it will be calculated with, if we see the circuit here, so up to this point, this is A1, this is A0, A1, A2, A3, so up to A3. So then there is a 2R before going to G. So the equivalent resistance of this whole circuit, the whole circuit is R, right? And this is with series, this is with 2R in series connection before going to G. So the total resistance will be 3R. So finally if we see the circuit, this is 3R and the voltage is VR by 60. Now if we calculate by Kirchhoff's law for this point G is virtual ground. So V0 will be minus IRF, and the current is VR by 16 by 3R. 3R means this resistance. So this is the I flowing through this circuit. And finally minus RF by 3R into VR by 16 if B0 is 1. If B0 is 1. Now let us see for the bit B1 equals to 1, that is for the input 0, 0, 0, 1, 0. That is B1 is 1. We have just done the calculation of the resistance and the voltage, that is the output voltage for B0 equals to 1. Now we will see the output for B1 equals to 1. Alright. So now if we just try to remember here, when B0 is on, that is B0 is connected to VR, then VR is coming from here, that is the voltage is coming from here and all other connections are grounded. So the voltage from this point is VR. Now for B1, equals to 1, this point will be connected to VR and B0 is connected to ground now. B2 is also grounded, B3 will also grounded. So the circuit will looks like this. So this point is connected with VR, this point. And all other points are grounded. Here is the power supply. Now what we have to do, we have to calculate the voltage for this whole circuit. Because for B0 equals to 1, we know it is VR from here. And that will face gradually the R2R ladder from the point A0, A1, A2. But here VR is starting from the point A1. So for the part, the left part of VR, there is some resistance. And for that, VR will be, the power supply, the power will be from this point A1 will not be VR. It will be some other value due to this resistance. So what will be that? So for this circuit, we require to calculate the equivalent resistance as well as the equivalent voltage. So if we calculate the equivalent resistance for this two parallel connection, 2R and 2R, so 1 by 2R plus 1 by 2R equals to 1 by R dash or R1. Just we assume that for this part of the circuit, for this two parallel connection, the equivalent resistance is R1. So what will be the R1? This is 2R and 2R in parallel. So from the previous calculation, we already know that the R1 will be R, right? So up to this, the equivalent resistance will be R, up to this. And that will be again connected with this R in series. So R1 plus R, that is 2R. And this 2R is again connected with this 2R in parallel connection. So again 2R parallel with 2R means R dash, the equivalent resistance of this overall circuit, this part up to A1 is R dash, and that will be R because 2R is again parallel with 2R, so it will be R. So what will happen now for the equivalent voltage? So we know that from this point we are getting VR, and up to this is 2R because this 2R in parallel, and again this is connected with R in series. So the total resistance will be 2R up to this point, and again 2R, and here it is VR. So what will be the equivalent voltage in this point A1? Because that will go through the remaining part of the circuit to G, up to G, right? And then it will follow the feedback path and so on. So for this, what will be the voltage? Again, I equals to VR by 2R plus 2R equals to VR by 4R, and the voltage drop in this point A1 will be what? VR by 4R into 2R, this one. So it will be VR by 2. So for B1 equals to 1, the circuit will looks like this. So this will be the VR by 2. So it will start, the voltage will start from VR by 2 because this part is grounded. So this B0 is grounded. For that VR by 2, and the equivalent resistance for this overall circuit will be R. So that will be this resistance. This resistance is the equivalent resistance for this part, this circuit, right? And then up from there, the R is connected in series, R and then 2R, then R, then 2R, then R, and then 2R, and then 2R, and again this will look like this. So now the same rule for the remaining part will be followed. Again we have to calculate Thevenin's voltage and Thevenin resistance for this part of the circuit, the equivalent voltage and resistance, and we have to just gradually go up to G, the virtual ground, then the overall voltage and the resistance. We have to calculate the I, and according to that the V0 will be calculated. So here VR by 2, so VR by 2 will face again 2R and 2R in parallel. So if we again just use this point like, and with some another, if we consider this point like x0, x1, x2, so on. So for x0 we will again calculate the VTH and RTH, and for x1 we again calculate VTH and RTH, and so on. Exactly the same way we will proceed, and we will calculate the equivalent voltage and resistance gradually. So here for after this circuit, it will come to VR by 4, then here it will be VR by 8. So it will be VR by 8 up to this, and the equivalent resistance will be R, and then it will be in series with 2R before G, so it will be 3R. So for B1 equals to 1, V0 will be minus RF by 3R into VR by 8. For B0 it is, for B0 if we look into the circuit, it is VR by 16 for B0 equals to 1. So RF by 3R into VR by 16. So here it is VR by 8 for B1 equals to 1. So if we consider all the combination, that is if all these switches become 1 or on simultaneously, so the total current will be this. And obviously this will depend on the value of B0, B1, B2 again. If B0 is 1, so it will remain in the circuit. This part will remain in the circuit. If B1 equals to 0, this will not remain. If B2 is 1, then it will remain. And if B3 is 1, it will remain. And so on. According to the value of B0 and B1, which part of the resistance, the calculation will be taken, and which are not, that has been decided. So it is the overall combination. This is a general equation of this circuit. So minus RF by 3R, if we take VR as common, so B0 by 2 to the power 4 plus B1 by 2 to the power 3 plus B2 by 2 to the power 2 plus B3 by 2 to the power 1. So for B0, the resistance is maximum 2 to the power 4, and for B3 it is only 2. So now if we look into the equation of the weighted resistor, if we try to compare this two equation, you will definitely ask me that, madam, it is not looks like the equation of the weighted register, because in case of weighted register it is 2 to the power 3 b3 plus 2 to the power 2 b2, and like this the beat is multiplied with the positional weight. So the positional weight is not that here 1 by 2 to the power 4. So how are you just calling it is equivalent to the decimal value of the digital representation? Yes, for that we require some extra calculation, extra part of calculation. We have to consider this. We have to take 1 by 16 as common. 1 by 16 as common. So then, and we take this B3 in the left hand side, we just move this, reverse this overall thing. So it will be 2 to the power 3 B3, because we are taking 1 by 16 as common. So it is B3 by 2. So it will be 8 into B3. We are taking 1 by 16 as common. 1 by 16 as common. 1 by 16. So in that case, it is 2 to the power 3. That is 8 B3. So it is B2 by 4. So we are taking 16 as common. So it will be 2 to the power 2. It is 4 again. For B1, it is 2 to the power 3. So it will become 2. And for B0 to the power 4, it will become only 1. That is 2 to the power 0. So now the gain will be this. RF by 48R into VR. So according to this value, we have to adjust this RF and R. So only resistance we require. 3 resistance will be required here. That is R and 2R and the RF, the feedback resistance. In which case, for weighted resistor method, the number of different resistance will depend on the number of beats used in the digital value. But here it will be independent of that. So obviously it will be more acceptable and more popular. Okay, thank you.